As if getting a surgery wasn't hard or stressful or dangerous enough, add to that the risk of infection, long regeneration times, and the expense and pain of switching out bandages. Well, one Israeli startup is hopefully going to put an end to all of those complications, and here to explain how is CEO and co-founder of Nurami, Dr. Amir ILTV. Thank you very much for coming, Doctor.
You're welcome.
All right, now my first question for you is, what exactly does Nurami do?
So Nurami is a startup company that started just 3 years ago, and we have an innovative nanofiber and nanotechnology which creates bandages that goes into our bodies after surgeries. And
so it degrades and becomes part of the
Exactly,
tissue.
yeah. One of the problems today is that bandages in the body do not degrade, and our bandage degrades after about 6 months.
What's the biggest issue of a bandage that does not degrade, and the benefits of one that does degrade?
Yeah, well, eventually there are infections and other kind of complications for these kind of patients, and this is a very big problem today.
So in what circumstances, under what diseases, ailments, in what complications do you use this bandage?
Yeah, so our bandage right now is focused on brain surgeries.
Okay.
Neurosurgery.
So like exposed cranium.
Yeah, so after a surgery, after a brain surgery, basically our brain is exposed.
Right.
And it's obviously very dangerous because the fluids that surrounds the brain might go out.
Yeah, it doesn't sound so bad.
And you don't want to have this. And the major problem is that bacteria can go in. And what we do is basically we create a special bandage that has 100% sealing abilities, and it is made of nanofibers, and it's very elastic, very strong, and it protects the brain during these 3 to 4 months until a new tissue grows up and the wound was healed.
So, and this is proprietary, patent pending and everything?
Obviously, yeah. We have a patent in China, USA, which is our largest market.
So how did you come up with this? Like, what was the inspiration behind this innovation?
Well, me and my partner, co-founder Nurami Medical, both of us were working at the Technion in Haifa, which is the Israeli MIT, and we became aware of this technology, of this nanotechnology. And we incidentally spoke with a neurosurgeon and asked him, what kind of problems do you have? And he said, look, I have a problem of leakage from the brain after the surgery. After the surgery ends, and patients sometimes have to stay in the hospital and have a redo surgery. Meaning that a patient comes to
fix something that was already done?
A patient comes for one surgery and then he has to go through another surgery just because of this.
Complications from the first one. So, I mean, does that happen a lot where medical innovation is directly caused by some doctor going to an innovator and saying, hey, I got a problem with a leaky brain?
Yeah, I think that very often medical doctors are not aware of the problems they have because they are so used to doing the same thing over and over again. So they think this is what we need to do. And even if they have a problem, they are really not aware of this. So sometimes entrepreneur must go, you have to go to a medical doctor and question him until you find the real problem.
Yeah, I mean, that's it, supply and demand. So you go to the guy and you say, what do you demand? And I'll supply it.
Yeah.
So my final question, because we've only got a little bit of time left, but where and when will this product be available? I think you said it already is.
No, well, we are now going into what we call the clinical trials or human trials by the end of this year in a few months. And we're trying to raise more money. The company is now trying to go into the second round of fundraising. We raised so far $2 million.
Wow! Congratulations! That's amazing.
Yeah, we were one of our major investors is NGT VC, which is a small venture capital fund in Nazareth, in the north of the country. This is also something unique.
Yeah.
I think it's not most of the venture capital funds are here in Tel Aviv.
Amazing.
So we were fortunate to be supported by them. We're looking now for more money in order to have a larger clinical trial
and save,
so that in 2 years we will be able to sell our product in the market.
All right. Well, I don't think you're going to have any problem with that. Not with this kind of product. Thank you very much for coming in, Dr. Amir ILTV.